All right, guys, what is up? Top of the morning here. How is everyone doing? Let's get this live underway. Tim, you're on. Nice to see you on, brother. All right, we're just getting everything situated here, guys, and then we'll get this rocking and rolling. What is up, Arik? How you doing? CJDV, what is up, fam? Let's go make some money. We absolutely crushed it. Now, welcome to the Tokyo session. Or, sorry, the New York session. Memories will be made. Manipulation will come into effect, guys. I'm going to go get my other phone so I could open up a trade here. I'm already on one of my phones, guys. Smash up that like button. Let's get this thing underway. All right, so New York. New York, New York. Thing about New York is we never know direction in New York. So right now, New York is dumping pretty hard on this opening candle, which essentially is normally going to be a drop. But I made this thumbnail before the live, guys, and I could tell you this is manipulation. Okay? There you go. There's the wick. One of the reasons I made this thumbnail before the live and I knew this was manipulation was because we accumulated into London, we distributed into Tokyo, and New York is manipulating all day, all day. Now, you can make money on this manipulation drop or pump. Obviously, I can't trade this while I'm on a YouTube live because I'll be going all over the place. But welcome to New York. Manipulation at its finest, boys and girls. Come join the ride. My phone died, so that means do not trade. My trading phone died, so it says do not trade. No, I'm kidding. But on the YouTube live, I'm not going to try to make any trades. I'll actually try to find the real direction. Hypothetically, we did break out. But look at that wick. We're timing the market like it. Once you guys understand manipulation, accumulation, and distribution, you guys could actually literally become rich. You know which trading session to trade and which trading session not to trade. And this candle will not stop for the next 30 minutes here. So essentially, yeah, it looks like we could dump heavily, but this is a manipulation candle into the New York session. All right. And the reason I'm not trading it is because I'm on the YouTube live. And the other reason I'm not trading it, it's manipulation. So even though we might have a bit of a downtrend here, sure, we have a downtrend. We know the market is going to drop, right? We're pretty solid in knowing the market is going to drop. Ideally, I want to stay out of that manipulation phase until XYZ. Here's the thing. We've got support right here. So if I'm going to short Bitcoin, yeah, that would have been my short, right? About 90,001 would have been my short. We've got a little bottom here, a little, falling wedge, if you will, if this does come down. But manipulation at its finest, guys. So lock up and smash that like button for the New York session today. Key thing, I'm not trading this. I'm not trading this, but I'll watch the game. Oh, these BlackBerry infusers from Tim Hortons is probably the best thing you'll ever try in your life. If you have a Tim Hortons in your city, try it. It's like natural coffee. New York is providing the gift of giving today. Is anyone in any trades at the moment? Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day. Also, man, thank you guys for making yesterday's live trend all over the internet. You guys made yesterday's live trend all over the internet, guys. We were the #1 crypto live. So that was really, really fun. Now, here's the thing, guys. When New York manipulates, you could essentially, now because I'm on the live, I'm not going to trade this, but typically what you can do is you can ride the drop, you can ride the pump. There is a pennant here. So I want to go to my chart. By the way, we got out of Aave at the perfect time last night. Literally right on the live, guys, I closed my Aave trade. Okay. So here's Bitcoin. Now you guys are going to see me possibly find a long here. I'm not going to long it, actually. I'm not in the live, not with manipulation. But we are bouncing off of this. Nothing. No, we're not. Okay, so there's buyers right here around 90,000, which is why we are bouncing. Makes sense. But we can still drop down to 89. Yeah, we did break out. So I'm going to have to draw. Like, now there's no risk to reward in trading Bitcoin. That's part of the problem. Because if I was going to jump in a trade on BTC, I would take my short position right here. Let's say I'm shorting it for fun and games, right? Take my short position right here. My stop loss is probably above 90, like maybe here. Yeah, that's not even that wouldn't even be a good trade. Now, if I'm longing, that would be a better risk to reward. So I know, guys, we keep on talking about don't long the downtrend, but this thing dumped a lot. And potentially, like, this is a no trading zone for me right now, at least doing the YouTube live, but potentially this is now the support. And potentially, because Bitcoin broke out, potentially we do something like this and then come down. It is very, very possible. But yeah, if I'm taking a trade, I'm longing. I know we keep on talking about don't long the bearish market. But the reality is you have a tight stop right here, risk to reward. Yeah, you're making money essentially if it plays out, which I do believe we are going to pump. Are we going to dump after? I'm not. Where does that come from, that flash? Like, I don't know. Did I press something? Like, yeah, okay. Control Alt. Now I get it. Top of the hour, guys. Here, smash of that like button. Smash up that like button. It's still morning. My bad. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day. And you could pretty much see the magic unfold here with manipulation into New York. And now the pennant's playing out. So 1 hour is moving up. Here is what I'd be looking at in the shorter term here. I would be looking at a potential short, being that we're in a downtrend at the top of this RSI. So now we're going for risk to reward, 1-to-3 ratio, 1-to-5 ratio. So we pump up to here, we should reject and continue back down. And that is where I would be taking a trade. But if you're looking at where Bitcoin could go in the shorter term, for sure, especially for my scalpers, you're looking at around 92. However, there is a lot of sell pressure in this area right here, which would actually be the Tokyo, well, the London high. So essentially you're visiting the London high here at 90,004. So that would be my area, but we could go a lot higher, which is 92. Because if you're looking at the next major support, or I guess resistance, if you will, which acted as support, you're going to test that. You're probably looking at about 91.7 to 91.5. However, we are in a downtrend. So wherever Bitcoin stops on this RSI is probably going to be the top. So I would expect Bitcoin to pump up to that region and then roll over and continue down. There's a possibility it breaks out, but being how overbought we are in the daily, the 18-hour, before the 18-hour, we're most likely going to come down, fill out that double top. But now we're oversold on the 4-hour time frame. And remember, guys, we're in an uptrend channel in the lower time frame. So there isn't really much direction in the market when you're in an uptrend in the smaller time frame and a macro downtrend. And again, you're seeing New York completely manipulate this thing all the way down to 89.7 and then back up, right? So I would say 92-ish. In this region, but you're going to have very big sell pressure here. And you can see that because you're revisiting the New York, you're revisiting the London high. So there is really no direction on the market. My key thing is look at your RSI right here. And look at the rejection. If you get the rejection, if you're overbought, I would look for a short. until we break out. If we break out of that, we long. We've got a lot of range at our POC right here, which is about 90,003. If you're longing or shorting, guys, at the top of the hour here, the first hour of the session, you are most likely going to get caught. All right. Gold, baby. Gold is about to break out. Guys, gold is on the verge of pumping. On the verge of breaking out of this pennant. Hasn't yet, but it is about to. And you could trade gold on MEXC as well too. So gold is getting very close to going on a massive pump here. Do I long PAXG? No, I long XAU. But you could. I haven't longed PAXG yet. But essentially, same thing. The thing about XAU is it follows more the actual XAU chart. Right? It follows the actual XAU chart here with the pennant. So, yeah, gold is very close. It hasn't broken out yet. That also means that Bitcoin is very close too. And again, it has not broken out yet. All right, guys, what trades is everybody looking at today? We're going to go look at the top trending. TRX, Tron is the top trending. Right now at the moment. Tron barely moves, but it is a money trade. I think I talked about Tron possibly going in a bull market. I don't know if that would be possible, but Tron dumped a bit here on the 1 hour. So we possibly get a short on Tron right here. Beauty about Tron is it barely moves, so you could go higher leverage and open it up essentially. It did break out of the downtrend. However, it didn't actually break your price action. So I would be looking for a short on Tron at around 28.2. 28-ish is where I'd be looking for a trade on Tron. If it breaks out, great job for Tron. But I don't think 18 hours oversold. But again, we're in a downtrend on the market. So I would be looking for a short here at 28 on Tron. And I would ride it back down to 27. Obviously, I'm going to be doing higher leverage if that happens. All right, guys, double drop kick that like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Nobody knows what is happening with the market. Here's the thing, guys. We are in a downtrend. So ideally, shorting is the way to go. I want to go look at ADA. I think I want to get a trade on ADA. Cardano. No, no, no. You're not allowed to continue dropping. Cardano is not cooperating. Neither is Bitcoin. This is why I'm not trading it, right? You can make money in this market, though. Okay, how about Aave? Is Aave getting to be a short again? We could open up a short on Aave potentially. Risk to reward, once Aave breaks this 800 SMA, I'll jump into a short again. Not liking it at the moment. Yeah, this is manipulation times everything today. Look at that. Look at that. Pump and then dump. This is why I'm not trading it. There's no direction. You go back up here, you're going to go back up here. Here's the thing. If we go back up to maybe 90,004, maybe I'll get in the short. Maybe. But this opening 1 hour candle needs to flatten out, and then I'll know a bit more direction. You got 10 minutes left in this opening candle for New York. Yeah, I'm not liking it's not I'm not liking any trades. I just can't trade this market on the live. AVAX. I know AVAX pumped and dumped here a bit. Maybe we can find an entry on Avalanche. Well, we're dumping here. Wow, all the way from 14 bucks. Near is near like getting ready to go to the ground here. All right, let's see what this 1 hour does. Based on the 1 hour not hitting the trend, I would say this could possibly fake out. But again, we are in a downtrend. So maybe we push up to 90,004 one more time. Yeah, it's manipulation, right? Last display, how you do it. Manipulation. Because Tokyo distributed, London accumulated, and now New York is manipulating price. I'm just essentially looking for a trade setup here. Definitely cannot find one. So this is a no trading zone type for me. I do want to find a trade on AVAX, though. AVAX is coming down here pretty good. This would have been a real nice short here, 1334. Beautiful downtrend candle here on Bitcoin. Let's see, though. Maybe we push up to 90,004 one more time, or maybe we don't. And that would be okay, too. We know our target is about 87.2 on Bitcoin at the moment. So the only thing is there's not enough risk to reward for me to even trade Bitcoin at the moment. At this point, I just wait for it to break. or I long here. Really, that's my play because it is bouncing off of this. It hasn't touched the bottom of the channel yet. Now, if we break right here, absolutely, I long, get into a nice trade and short it all the way down. I'm surprised my alerts are not going off for Aave right now, which is really weird. $192. Look at that big sell candle right there. Big sell candle. Now, we go back up. I will probably take a short right here. Uriah Barrett, how you doing? I think the bottom isn't in yet. It's either heavy manipulation. Yes, so if we're looking for the bottom, shout out to you. Thank you for coming on live. Bottom is definitely not in yet. The bottom is definitely not in yet. Definitely. So if you're looking at the bottom, fam, the real bottom is going to be anywhere around 74K to 73K. The only reason I'm not trading Bitcoin right now or any crypto at the moment, one, because I'm on the live and I know this is a manipulation session, but the real reason is because I want a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Even if I'm shorting that right here, I would have to have a super tight stop loss. 91.1, which is fine. But I want a bigger risk to reward, especially being on the live if I have to have a tight stop loss. So yeah, we are definitely coming down on this 1 hour candle here. Manipulation, guys. New York. Top of the hour. Welcome to the fun and games of New York. Now, if you look, you actually have, or you're going to have pretty big bullish divergence here. So let's go look where we could bounce off in the shorter term on Bitcoin, right? So we're hitting this sweep right here around that 89 target to 88.9-ish. So we're definitely hitting that liquidity sweep right here. Now, whether we hold it, that's another question. We got a couple more minutes left here. With the double bottom. If we pump back up to this previous high, I will short it. Because then I'm looking for my stop loss pretty much at 90,009, right? But again, guys, manipulation today in New York. And honestly, what I'm doing, I don't know. I'm looking for the 1 hour here to hit at the top. I'm probably not going to short this. Honestly, I'm waiting for the 1 hour to hit the top. Because now we have bullish divergence on the 15 and the 1 hour. So Bullish dive all day. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen. The case within and out, I'm not sure. I didn't even know this happening. This is, I wouldn't say that has to do really with a case. I would say that this is part of AMD, which is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. That is the number one structure. And Bitcoin follows stocks and Forex to a T, at least with the sessions. We didn't even drop down to 89 or 88, or 89.8. 88.9. Paulo, London was accumulation, correct. And guys, I make these thumbnails before any of this happens, right? So it is a thing. But a lot of crypto traders don't look to put money into the market. They don't really pay attention to it. Right? We continue going down, then we continue going down. Great. The market is in a downtrend, right? I would love to find a trade on ADA, Cardano, TRX at this point, but I don't think. So TRX Tron is giving me an opportunity here. So I think I'm going to get in a trade on Tron right here. Around $28.1. Because even though Bitcoin's dropping, Tron is kind of pumping a bit. But we are overbought, 28.1, 28.2. We are very, very overbought on Tron. However, we are in a downtrend on Tron. So if I'm looking at a short right here, my stop is going to be literally tight. And then that gives me my 1 to 3 trade right there. Even a bit more than a 1 to 3. I could literally take profit at, 27.6. And this will be a good move. So Tron is almost overbought. If it breaks out, I get out. I lose literally nothing. A bit, because here's the thing. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Non-financial advice, but I'm absolutely going to set a Tron setup at 28.1. Actually, you could even probably do 28.2. 28.2, maximize your opportunity. If it breaks out, it's going to run, right? But being that we're completely overbought in the 1 hour, we are in a downtrend on Tron. This will be a nice 1 to 3 trade, make some money. 27.6. At 27.6, we're rocking and rolling. Uriah, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the live. We got our own app, brother. beastlimitless.com. Join it. It's free. I don't want any money. I don't want anything like that. It is a free app. It is like Telegram or a Facebook community. Make sure you join it. Come post some charts in here. Come say hi. Share your wins. I post trade setups, stuff like that. So beastlimitless.com. We also have an app for it too. And I appreciate it. Thank you for following on X. And shout out to all the new people, guys, here the past week. I've been trading for a bit. But I'll tell you, once I learned AMD, guys, it's been game over, right? So again, I'm looking for a short on Tron at 21, at 28.2. If Tron breaks out, I'm out. I will lose the trade. I'm okay losing the trade because I know my risk to reward. And obviously, we know Bitcoin is in a bit of manipulation here. We know that all day with this bullish divergence. So we're still going to drop essentially, but right now it's going to be more of a manipulation session, up and down candles more than anything, which is good if you're a volatility scalper, right? Could have longed here, could have shorted here all the way down. All right, let's see what else we got. Zcash. ZEC, hey? Pumping and dumping. So now the question is Zcash going to fake out right here? I believe it is. I believe it is because Zcash dropped down a bit and now is hitting resistance. This is actually going to be a dynamite short too. If we break this uptrend here at 433, the short would have been around 452 because Zcash has now got bearish dive. ZEC, right? You almost overbought here. Yeah, we get this break a trend here on the 5-minute. I'll take a low leverage trade on Zcash because I already know it hit the top of the channel. So ideally, it should come back down to about 366. But I would want to break this little uptrend on the 5-minute before I even try to short it. So if it breaks this uptrend on the 5-minute off the retrace, comes down, that is going to be a beautiful trade. Let's see, stop loss. Yeah, 437 if it breaks this area right here. So I'm going to send an alert on Zcash, guys, because I do like the trade once it breaks that 5-minute. Go back to TRX. I haven't even set my order yet on TRX, but I could see it pushing up on the 5-minute. So now I'm waiting for the 5-minute to become overbought. And Bitcoin is just doing the thing. Manipulation. All day. You're going to pump back to the top of the 90,004. But now you have bullish divergence. So that is a bit risky. What is Aave doing? Hasn't hit my target. Wow. Aave is probably my favorite trade to trade in crypto right now. The swings and the institutional money in this coin is absolutely insane. This should go all the way back up to here. That would be a good short at 192, but we never hit the top of the RSI. And the resistance on the RSI is right here. So I want to wait for the top of resistance being hit before we continue that downtrend. All right, guys, smash up that like button, fam. Let's run up the live. Share the live to all your friends and family. Follow on X. We timed the market 100% today. Manipulation all day. Now we're going to wait for our trades. ZEC, we're looking for a short. And Tron, we're looking for a short. I potentially wouldn't long this market. And I also wouldn't short it until it does break and we get that confirmation. All right, what is Ethereum doing? Same thing. Same exact chart. See, ETH is going to drop a lot. If you look at ETH, this is another trade, guys, that I'd be lining up, right? I personally don't want to long the market. We're in a downtrend. The trend is your friend, okay? If ETH rolls over here, we're dropping a lot. And this would be a really, really good. So I'm liking Zcash. I'm liking Tron. I'm liking Ethereum. Bitcoin, I'm not playing Bitcoin right now. If I'm not on the live, I'm longing and shorting that all day or shorting that. But for the most part, I am waiting for my trades to happen. And that is essentially going to be ETH, ZEC, and Tron. We got dominance pumping a bit. Let's look at tether dominance here. If you're new to the live, guys, or been here before, remember we got a live today at 8 to 8:30. In between that time, evening time, we crush the evenings. We make a lot of money. Everybody's making money. But protect your capital. Non-financial advice. Anything could happen in this crypto market. Okay, anything could happen. Tether Dom is looking pretty good. We are in a kind of resistance rounded bottom, if you will. Here we go. Here's the manipulation candle on Bitcoin. That means my trades should play out. Yeah, ZEC's just hanging out here, so we're not going to trade that right now. What about Knight? The new coin that just launched somewhere. I don't know. There's one on Bybit, but. So, guys, I called the short here on Knight last night around 0.5. If you guys would have shorted this, you would have made absolute bank. Now you can see Knight looking like it is trying to break out. And this could potentially pump to back up to about 910-ish. Looks like there's some volume coming into it for sure. You're pretty much bouncing off the 618 here. So we get a pump. And then a retrace. and then a continuation after said pump, that would be a really nice trade on night. Now, I personally am not long in this market, but it would be a good trade if it does play out. I'm trying to look for a bounce on ADA Cardano so I can short it. But Cardano is all over the map here. And the only way I see myself shorting Cardano is if it pumps to 46. Yeah, 46. Let's see. Bitcoin pumped back up. Now it is trying to drop again. So here's the thing too with Tron, guys. Tron is a very slow coin. So you could literally just wait until the MACD crosses down on the 1 hour time frame. And when the MACD crosses down on Tron in the 1 hour time frame, this should roll over. It does look like this is going to be the top. So when that 5 minute becomes overbought is when I'd be looking at shorting Tron again. 28.2 is where I'd be looking at shorting it. But if it breaks out of here, it's going to pump a lot. Because take a look at XRP. XRP is at crazy support right now. If XRP breaks this, guys, XRP is dumping all the way down to 164 or lower, a lot lower. So we've got that 1 hour candle on Bitcoin, and now we're just ranging after that manipulation. So again, I personally think Bitcoin is going to hit the top here of the 1 hour before dropping, which is this top of the RSI right here, whatever this top will be. Let me actually go look at some TA on Tron here, because Tron's the only thing trending right now. So okay, the 15 minute can hit 28.2. Can even hit 28.3. I would say 28.2 is a good area. Bitcoin, though, we're revisiting that high again. So again, if I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame, guys, we're revisiting that high. I say we push up to 91.4 possibly if we can't break this area right here. All right, and let's take a look at Solana here. Lowe's 81. How you doing, fam? Let's go, guys. Let's run up this live. Smash up the like button, guys. Shout out to all the new people on the live. Okay, Solana's ranging in a rounded bottom. Bearish pennant, rounded bottom. I say before we get any drop on Sol, we pump to like 139 possibly, and then I'd be looking for a short right there. But yeah, there's your manipulation into New York. So manipulation was about 89.2, and then we came back up here. In Bitcoin right now, we got a real nice rounded bottom breakout. So it is tough for me to say to short this because we are at support, which is why I'm waiting for my 1 hour, which is this RSI trend here. I want to see if it rejects. All right, guys. So we're going to lock up the live there. We've done roughly an hour today. We'll be back at around 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. tonight. My phone just died, and I would love to get in some trades and make some money today. We absolutely banked yesterday and crushed it on the live. Now we're going to enjoy our profit a bit and wait for things to settle here. But set your clocks for 8 to 8:30 p.m. Tonight, CST, and we'll talk to you guys later. Join beastlimitless.com. It is our app. It is 100 our community. Come post in the pack chat. Come post your wins and come say hi. Hang out. beastlimitless.com. And there is an app too, and it is completely free for all the new people. And the OG people, let's get active in there, right? But that is all I got for you guys today. We'll see the market. Going to go work out a bit, look at some trades, and we'll see you guys tonight.